Hey everybody, happy Thanksgiving. This is Thursday football. We have 3 Thanksgiving games, so let's get into the first one. I hope you guys all had a phenomenal Thanksgiving. But part of that phenomenal Thanksgiving is watching some amazing football, so let's get into it. 11:30 we have probably the least amazing football of all the games. 11:30 we have the Bears traveling to the Lions. Bears are by 3 points on Fox. So injuries that you should know about with the Bears. Obviously, Justin Fields not going to be able to go. Ribs, doubtful, did not practice. So, he's probably not going to play. So you're likely going to start Andy Dalton, 2011 pick. 2011 second-round pick out of TCU. Backing him up will be Nick Foles, the 2012 third-round pick out of Arizona. Also, Damian Williams has a calf injury. He did not practice, so he's questionable for this game. And Tariq Cohen had a knee ACL injury. He was put on the PUP list, but he could return this week, which would be an amazing... It would be nice, because this team could definitely use some offensive weapons, but not... Here's your 3 running backs. You got David Montgomery, 2019 third-round pick out of Iowa State. Khalil Herbert, 2021 sixth-round pick out of Virginia Tech. And Ryan Nall, fourth-year player out of Oregon State. Now... The wide receiver core also could be decimated heading into this game, with A-Rob having a hammy injury, questionable, did not practice. And Darnell Mooney has a foot injury, questionable, limited practice. So, you could end up only having 3 receivers that were on your roster. Obviously, you're going to pick some up off the practice squad. But Marquise Goodwin, the 2013 third-round pick out of Texas, would be your number 1 receiver. Damiere Byrd, who's really done nothing this year, 7th-year player out of South Carolina. And Jakeem Grant, 2016 sixth-round pick out of Texas Tech, that I really think should be more utilized in this offense. I really like Jakeem Grant. Left end, Akeem Hicks has an ankle injury. He's questionable for this game. And if he can't go, Angelo Blackson, the 2015 fourth-round pick out of Auburn, is going to go for him. And then obviously, Khalil Mack was lost for the year with a foot injury, gone on IR. Danny Trevathan, also same thing with a knee injury on IR. And Jeremiah Adewachu pectoral, also on IR. So your 4 starting linebackers are going to be Cassius Marsh, the 2014 fourth-round pick out of UCLA. Roquan Smith, 2018 first pick out of Georgia. Alec Ogletree, the 2013 first-round pick out of Georgia. And Robert Quinn, the 2011 first-round pick out of UNC. A lot of first-round picks starting. Your backup, I think left inside linebacker, is going to be Christian Jones, 9th-year player out of Florida State. And third string left inside linebacker is going to be Caleb Johnson, the rookie out of Houston Baptist. Backing up Alec Ogletree is going to be Joel Igabuniwe. I'm sorry if I absolutely slogged that name. 2018 fourth-round pick out of Western Kentucky. And then backing up Robert Quinn is going to be Travis Gibson, 2020 fifth-round pick out of Tulsa. Now, free safety, Eddie Jackson has a hammy injury, so he's questionable for this game. If not, you have Marquis Christian, 2016 fifth-round pick. Fifth-round pick out of the Midwest. Midwest College. And Deion Bush, 2020 second-round pick out of Utah. Actually, no, I'm sorry. He's a 2016 fourth-round pick out of Miami. And cornerback Duke Shelley is a hammy. He's on IR until at least week 15, which means our corners are going to be Jalen Johnson, 2020 second-round pick out of Utah. Our other starting corner is going to be Kendall Vildor, 2020 fifth-round pick out of Georgia Southern. And backing them up are going to be Xavier Crawford, 2019 sixth-round pick out of Central Michigan, and Artie Burns, 2016 first-round pick in Miami. Now, going to Lions injuries, they have a good amount of them. You have quarterback Jared Goff has an oblique injury, limited practice, questionable for this game. If he can't go, you're going to obviously have Tim Boyle back, fifth-year player out of Eastern Kentucky, and backing him up is going to be David Blau, fourth-year player out of Purdue. At running back, Jamar Jefferson has had an ankle injury, limited practice, questionable for this game, which means if he can't go, the third-string running back is going to be Godwin Igwebuike, fifth-year player out of Northwestern. Obviously, you still have DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams, so I wouldn't really worry about that too much. You have your 2 tight ends down. Hunter Bryant has an undisclosed non-football injury. He's out for this game. And Charlie has a neck non-football injury. He's out for this game as well. So at least you 2 tight ends. Obviously, T.J. Hawkinson, the really good tight end, 2019 first-round pick out of Iowa. And then you have Brock Wright, the undrafted rookie out of Notre Dame. Be interested to see what he does this game. Wide receiver, you got Trinity Benson. Did not practice. He's questionable for this game. And Quintez Cephas is out for the year with a collarbone injury, which means our top 6 receivers are going to be, number 1, Khalif Raymond, who's really been good this year. I've really gained respect for Khalif Raymond. I didn't really have all that respect for him in Tennessee. He has gained my respect in Detroit. He's a really great player. 6-year player out of Holy Cross. Amon-Ra St. Brown has been getting progressively better as the season going around. 2021 4th-round pick out of USC, and then obviously and then obviously Josh Reynolds was a midseason addition. 2017 4th-round pick out of Texas A&M. Then obviously, so now your number 4 receiver, you're going from 5 to 4 after Trinity Benson went down with an injury. Kadero Hodge, 5th-year player out of Prairie View A&M, and Tom Kennedy also goes up to the number 5 receiver, 2nd-year player out of Bryant. Now, right guard, Vaitai, out of concussion, did not practice. He's questionable for the game. If he can't go, you're going to have to start Tommy Kramer, the undrafted rookie out of Notre Dame. Defensive end, we have 4 players down with injury, which is kind of insane, but you have Michael Brockers at knee injury, limited practice, questionable for this game. Deshaun Cornell has an illness. He's out for this game. Deshaun Hand has a groin, is on IR until at least week 15, and Joel Heath had an ACL likely tear. He's out for the season, which means the only one you could possibly get back for this game, Michael Brockers, which means you have to rely a lot on Levi, on Wuzuriki, 2021 2nd-round pick out of Washington, and Nick Williams, 2018 7th-round pick out of Stanford. Nick Williams started anyways. It's really Levi who's got to step it up. Linebacker injuries, there's also a decent amount of them. 3 are hurt for this game. Trey Flowers had a knee. He did not practice. He was questionable for this game. Sean Dion Williams had undisclosed, but he's likely out for the year. And Romeo Aquara, also Achilles injury, out for the year. Which means your new starters are going to be Julian Aquara, replacing Trey Flowers, I think. 2020 3rd-round pick out of Notre Dame. Alex Anzalone, he started anyways. 2017 3rd-round pick out of Florida. Jalen Reeves Maven, 2017 4th-round pick out of Tennessee. And Charles Harris, 2017 1st-round pick out of Missouri. Backing them up is backing Julian Aquara up is we're gonna have Jesse Lemire. I don't know how to pronounce the name. 3rd-year player out of Liberty. Backing Alex Anzalone, we're gonna have Anthony Pittman, 2nd-year player out of Wayne State, and Josh Woods, 9th-year player out of Maryland. Backing Jalen Reeves Maven up, we're gonna have Derek Barnes, a rookie I really like, 2021 4th-round pick out of Purdue, and Austin Bryant is going to back up Charles Harris, 2019 4th-round pick out of Clemson. Also have some corner injuries. Cornerback A.J. Parker had an ankle. He did not practice, so he's questionable for this game. Obviously, Jeff Okudah went down early in the season with an Achilles tear, and Afiatu Melifonwu had a thigh injury on week 2 against the Packers, but he's set to return this week, so let's see. That would be a huge boost to this corner group. If they don't get A.J. Parker back and Melifonwu, the top 2 corners are going to be Amani Ararie, 2019 5th-round pick out of Penn State, and Bobby Price, 3rd-year player out of Norfolk State. Backing them up are going to be Mark Gilbert, the undrafted rookie out of Duke, and Jerry Jacobs, undrafted rookie out of Arkansas. So what do I think about this game? I think the Bears are going... See, this is really hard, because the Bears' offense has not been good all season long, and you're talking about taking away A-Rob and Darnell Mooney, who are one of their few playmakers. And if they don't get back Damian Williams and Tariq Cohen, actually, I don't know about Damian Williams, but Tariq Cohen adds a dynamic aspect to the passing game. If you could get him back, I might feel differently. Obviously, teams are pretty ravaged by injuries. I just lifted off all of them. It's been really hurting them. But it just feels like I think this game hinges on whether Jared Goff or not can play, because they played last week against Cleveland well enough to win that football game if Jared Goff plays. Jared Goff, I think, is going to end up playing in this game because I think they can feel they're close to a victory here. The Bears are not all that great, but the Bears, on the other hand, desperately need a victory to stay in that playoff picture. Their hopes are slowly fading, but the NFC is never. If you're in the NFC, you're never out of it unless you're the Lions. So you need a win here if you're the Bears to keep on rolling. I think the Lions actually pick up and pull off the upset if Jared Goff plays. I think differently if Jared Goff obviously doesn't play. But I'm going to go with the fact that Jared Goff plays. Give me the Lions to win this one.